I don't need it. I need it!
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 154. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us 4 teasers for Season 2. He also brought on a special guest. The person under me right now is Wick, who is a community manager for EHG. Now, before we get into the questions, huge shout out to today's sponsor, and that is, of course, the Crimson Market. Now, if you don't know about the Crimson Market, they have some of the best tools on the internet for trading items in action RPGs on their website and on their Discord. But what a lot of people love about the Crimson Market is they have the Crimson Club, where they give away a custom PC every single month. And yes, at one point they gave away a Last Epoch clock PC, and they said they are working on another Last Epoch computer. But in 6 days' time, they are giving away the coolest, best computer they have ever made. This computer has a real diamond in it. I'm gonna say that just quickly one more time. This computer they're giving away in 6 days at time of recording has a real diamond in it. And it is, of course, an extremely powerful PC as well. To check out the Crimson Market and check out the Crimson Club, right now they have the golden ticket, which you can enter for free for 30 days Royal Tier to give yourself a chance to grab this computer. It'll be announced in 6 days on Woody Stream. First link in the description to the Crimson Market. And the Crimson Market, thank you for being such a great sponsor to this channel. All right, let's jump into the first question. Now, I get asked over and over again, whenever I stream Last Epoch, talk to me about the future, talk to me about what's happening. And I keep having to say, no comment. It's because of this.
Something about community testing spoilers question. I mean, the community testing is live. There is a 1.2 preview build out to community testers right now that they are playing. It is far from feature complete. I know a couple of them were like, "Is this it?" type thing. And we're like, "No, this is just what's ready so far." And then when they realize what we actually put in there, like, "Oh, never mind, this is a lot." Oh, over here.
Future of LE, very bright. Details, no comment. More supporter packs.
The question was, are we replacing the current ones? Are we adding to the existing ones? And when is that happening? But I don't know, we can't say exactly when.
Yeah, I don't think we can say when, but give me a second. I'm trying to remember because
it's this difficult dance of like, I know this piece. Am I allowed to say this piece?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, there's not a whole lot we can say right now. But as soon as we have an update, go check on the forums, because that's where we try to post everything, at least on the forums. If it doesn't go anywhere else, it'll be there.
Yeah, and we can say that we are going to be making more supporter packs. That will happen. I think that's an uncontroversial thing to say. And I know the plan up until now has been to try and cycle some out as we go, but always give a heads up before we remove anything. So you shouldn't be in a situation where you're like, oh, I think I should buy this because maybe it might disappear next week. No, if like something's planning on being removed, we'll give you lots of heads up.
Yeah.
Inside of Last Epoch, they have something called threshold nodes, and these are in the passive trees. If you put 4 points in this node, you get a small bonus that does something. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's build enabling. What about threshold nodes for skill trees?
Do you guys have a nice stream? Do you think we might one day see one-day bonuses for picking up all the available points in certain nodes in skill trees? I mean, we kind of do that with threshold nodes, right?
I think so.
All available points, and yeah. I mean, there's in skill trees specifically, like threshold nodes in a skill tree. Yeah. We do that already somewhere, I think, or are about to do that somewhere, and I'm spoiling something. One of the two. Were you close enough to get that fireball shrine?
He said it. Dual wielding two-handers.
One of the interesting things in PoE 2 is one of the ascendancies lets you equip a two-hand weapon in one hand to either combine with a shield or dual wield them. Any chance we could get that power fantasy in the future of LE? You know, it's possible. We do have the technology for it. We didn't for a long time. I know that so a lot of the way that they're balancing it in PoE 2 is that it's double attribute cost. I think that's what I read. Double attribute. You correct me if I'm wrong on that. We don't. I remember reading it and being like, we don't have the same way of balancing it in Last Epoch. So we're gonna have to figure out a different way to do that.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. It sounds really cool in theory, and I know other games have done it, but at the same time, there's a lot that can go wrong with that.
Yep.
So I think we just have to be careful.
I think I might know something about it that you don't.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's okay though.
Teaser 1.
This game is Spot the Difference. Can you tell what is different about this ability tooltip from what is in live currently? I know you're not playing on a necro, so you can't look it up easy.
No, I can't. I need my cousin in here. He's the diehard necro. No pun intended.
This goes on for a little bit, so I will just let everybody know they are updating Dreadshade, and it usually will last 20 seconds. That has been removed. So it no longer expires, but it will obviously still kill your minion. Teaser 2.
We'll do this one. This one's funny. Here's a new node for shield throw.
Is this another find the thing that's different?
No, this is a brand new node. It's just +4 ricochets, and they can ricochet to you.
Okay.
Which
I
is
like it.
pretty huge because this means you can utilize all your ricochets on a single target.
Snowy's asking the real questions. Will it damage us when it ricochets back?
No.
I didn't think so.
Cap doesn't get knocked out by his shield when it smacks him in the back of the head.
This is huge. New faction.
Might get a second faction selection as well, like choosing between siding with the Terra or Orbis, or additional deities, even which come with debuffs as well as buffs. Yeah, there will be more factions that will show up. The faction system is something that we have definitely designed to be like this faction's window. There's a few mock-ups we have where it's like, when there's 12 of them, when there's 20 of them, what does it look like? So yeah, there is room for adding new factions to this UI for sure. And we do plan on having more and more of them, some of which that will have either or selections like Circle of Fortune Merchants Guild, some that are just a single thing like Forgotten Knights, and some of them that could be like, pick one of these 4 things, like it doesn't have to be just 2. So we have support for functionality wise, all of those combinations, and we do plan on leveraging it more in the future. And there's another faction coming at some point. I do know what the next faction is going to be called.
So,
Very nice. Teaser 3.
A thing.
let's do a Void Knight.
Here's a Void Knight thing. What does this one say? This one. Yeah, it's that one. While you are moving, you will automatically cast Devouring Orb if it is not on cooldown and you have enough mana. This effect puts Devouring Orb on cooldown.
I actually think I saw this one, and I'm really excited for it.
Using a movement ability counts as moving. And yes, Warpath is tagged with movement.
You no longer need the numlock trick. Teaser 4.
Can we see the Forge Guard, the last one you have, or do you want to?
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we only have a little bit of time left, so yeah, why not? Let's do two back to back to back. I guess this isn't really Forge Guard necessarily, but you know, I play this on Forge Guard. People play this on Paladin though a lot too.
Blade Storm.
So this is when you create more additional swords than there are nearby enemies. Each remaining sword can consume mana to strike the nearest enemy, even if it was hit by the initial attack. So if you know multi-strike at all, one of the issues with it currently is that if you only have one target, it's kind of crap. And actually, in some situations, it's better to purposely miss your target. At least it used to be. In order to get like a proc effect on the main target if you're trying to cast Smite through it. But now, if you have down to a single target, it's just bonkers awesome. Because it just it chunks your mana though. It does take the mana down a chunk, but like you can get it so that it balances out pretty nicely. It works great, and it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you got to build around it a little bit, but it's so powerful if you can make it work. And it's a lot of fun. It also looks just great.
All right, everyone. Unfortunately, we've come to the final question for Dev Chat 154. Mike and Wick, thank you so much for the Friday live stream. The community truly appreciates it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I've earned it. Check out the Discord. We're over 4,200 members. We do a game giveaway or merch giveaway every 2 weeks. It's where we do all our movie nights, game nights, community events. It's a great place to hang out. Best way to support is Patreon, and you'll see an announcement video coming out. The subathon is officially over. 65 days, 880 hours. All right, I am done. Mike is going to talk about a little bit about Endgame progression systems.
Any chance of us getting something akin to Paragon levels? Yeah, Paragon levels. Generally not a huge fan of Paragon levels system too much because we don't expect people to hit 100. But we do have plans for tangential progression systems that extend past into the end game. You'll actually see one of those next major patch. Auto pickup for shards would be awesome. Or no, auto picking them up to their storage instead of the inventory as a pass. I think that's a better option. I still want to pick them up, but I don't want to do the store thing personally.